Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. I am Benton along with the family. Come on, Junior, Wagwan. Both the entire Ball Chat family is present. How are you doing, family?
Yeah, we're good enough.
I'm good.
Okay. Lively up in yourself. Because we have a festive show in idea.
We have a headache show today in idea. Headache. Straight headache.
Alright, football family, big up in yourselves. Thank you always for joining us. We're going to do our weekly recap of the week that was in the world of football. I'm wearing my Ghana jersey, so if you see a little spillover in the pixels or pixel or whatever the word is, bear with me because we don't know family of Ghana show we a lot of love, so we have to represent for Ghana the AFCON. So big up wearing the Ghana jersey. Today's lineup, we have Ballers and Bugs at the top of the show. Then we're going to segue and discuss EPL results. Only 4 EPL games this weekend. So we're going to get our thoughts on big football games in the EPL. Manchester United and Spurs and the magnificent Kevin De Bruyne and Man City. Excellent football game against Newcastle. We'll take a look at AFCON Cup of Nations first day and second day results and the lay of the land in the AFCON Cup of Nations. And most importantly, we'll get an update on the JFF election. An election day. The JFF election and Cameron is here. She will fill us in on what's going on with the JFF election and etc. And we'll update on Jamaican footballers playing their trade overseas and other Jamaican football news. Ballers and Bugs, family. I see you running in. Send out your Ballers and Bugs. Why am I on camera? But Junior lock off. Junior jump off. Ballers of the week, come on.
For me, I have a couple ballers. So Kevin De Bruyne from Man City definitely must get baller of the week. He came on in the 69th minute. He scored a goal and provided an assist in Man City's come from behind win versus Newcastle. Bayer Leverkusen and Shabby still, continues to do well. It was a last-minute goal from them. I mean, Augsburg had them on the ropes, and they scored in the death to remain first place with 45 points in Bundesliga. And of course, the man of the hour, Vinny Jr. with the hat-trick versus Barcelona. I mean, should we think that this is the end of the coach? Should it be that Barcelona needs some new and fresh blood? So those are my 3 ballers for this week.
Oh yeah, big up Vinicius Jr. hat-trick. Of course, we have to discuss the Spanish Super Cup held over there in Saudi Arabia. Ballers and Bugs segment. If you have ballers, send them on. Family Ballers, Impressive Players of the Week. Junior is back with us. Ballers for your family. Who you have?
Yeah, apologies about that. But yeah, so my baller, I'm thinking back on Cabo, definitely give it to Vinicius Jr. I'm also going to give it to Pep Guardiola. We talk about the Man City resurgence, but that to me is another example of Pep being a great coach. And we'll talk about Pep and Klopp all the time, but we'll talk about that later. And also, hey, that's for me, I'm more baller.
Ballers and Bugs segment. My baller, I come on highlighted Kevin De Bruyne, but I cannot emphasize enough how fabulous, how fantastic he was in the game against Newcastle for the limited role he played, the limited minutes, but how instrumental he was in that victory. So, baller of the week. And baller of the week to Melissa Johnson, Jamaica's own Melissa Johnson. scored 2 goals for Charlton Athletic. Maybe she's the future of the Reggae Girls. We don't know if there will be a Reggae Girls, but Melissa Johnson, definitely one of the future players, scored 2 goals for Charlton Athletic in Barclays Women Knockout Football over there in England. So Melissa Johnson, big up yourself. You get a ball of the week from me. All right, unimpressive players of the week. Come on, who do you have? Bugs of the week.
Newcastle and Barcelona. Newcastle, Barcelona continue to falter. Newcastle, I am a little bit disappointed in them. I mean, they went out and they did good business. As Juna normally call them, early warm. So I think Newcastle now kind of rounding off as to their level. I think last season we saw something strange going on, but now Newcastle is they're faltering. Barcelona, sloppy all the way around. Especially today, when you saw them play today, I mean, like, where are the goals coming from? You know, what is going on with Barcelona? So for me, I think Newcastle, they're sucking at the wrong time. And the same thing with Barcelona. Barcelona need new ideas, fresh ideas. If you have to change the coach, if you have to get the players in, you have to. But for me, those two teams today. Oh, and Roma getting whooped by AC Milan. So let me throw Jose and Roma in there as well. Jose is my coach, but he talks the talk, but he's not walking the walk. So Newcastle, Barcelona, and Roma for me.
Jose Mourinho said this week some Roma fans expect him to be Harry Potter. In fact, I think he used the phrase Jose Harry Potter Mourinho. So apparently the magic didn't work as they got Butter Bros. Big up to Jermaine Levy. Jermaine Levy says KDB, very intelligent footballer. We'll definitely discuss the rise and development of Kevin De Bruyne and Man City later on in the program. Big up BM. BM says baller of the week, Shamar Nicholson, for scoring and assisting against Nantes. Big up yourself, Boza. Definitely scored for Clermont over there in the French league. All right, and assistant. And yo, bug of the week to Richard Green. If I say Arsenal for sign Shamar Nicholson. Junior, ballers and bugs. Bugs, your family. Big up yourself, Richard.
All right, so my first bug has to go to Thomas Tuchel over at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, for years, they make sensible transfers and they make sensible signings, right? This transfer window, they brought in Dyer from Tottenham, and you have to ask, what the hell are you thinking? Like, where the hell did this come from? Why are we doing this? It just don't make any sense. And now Tuchel is talking about looking for a new right back and actually looking for new wing backs. Now you have Alphonso Davies as arguably as one of the best left backs in the world, and you are fading him out right now. And now you try to move on and sign another right back. I mean, is it that Tuchel try to make a bug side, so Tuchel get bug of the week, JFF get bug of the week, and we just leave it at that. And also, you know, Newcastle, and I agree with Cameron, right? But I agree with Cameron for Newcastle to be the bug of the week, but I have a different spin on it. And we'll talk about that later, but Newcastle, the owners, and I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound very prejudiced, but Newcastle and majority of the non-British or the non-British influence owners of English Premier teams are teams in England that are not in touch with the community that they serve. Though all of those are bugs to me. And we talk about that later.
Okay. Big up, ballers and bugs. Jermaine Levy says the whole entire Barca defense. Barca all as well. And he also said maybe it's a friend by, I think. He says friend by, and I think he's alluding to the Dyer transfer to Bayern Munich. I didn't know it's a Dyer and Tuchel are friends. Oh, Harry Kane. So I guess Jeremy Levy is saying that Harry Kane influenced that transfer. Is that I think he will clarify, but so and maybe he will turn out to be a good transfer. Who knows? But you know, Ballers and Bugs segment family. Jeremy Levy said exactly Harry Kane. As in terms of what I said. Bug of the week family. There are a few reports this week and about clubs in England, specifically Newcastle and Aston Villa, not meeting the profitability and sustainability rules that the EPL established. The same rule that Everton broke, and Everton subsequently was deducted 11 points. Now, Unai Emery did an interview and said, boy, and somehow we have to go leg out some people. Really, Unai? Unai get a bug of the week for make them talk there. If you know you need to get the books right, do not let anyone know that you need to transfer players, because then you're essentially compromising your decision to sell or move players at a certain value when you say you need to let go players because of the books. Come on, Unai Emery, you get a bug of the week for them talk them, man. I'm telling you, leave the money thing to the people around the back who deal with the money. We don't like them discussion there. So he gets a bug of the week, and the similar scenario with Eddie Howe and this discussion around letting go players because of the funds. Don't make them talk there, because ultimately, if a man knows you're desperate to let go players, he or she is definitely gonna lowball you. So those are the bugs of the week for me. All right, and JFF, of course, the JFF bug given. We don't have to say that. All right, let's get to our football roundup and start off with the EPL big game. Not even start off with the big game. Let's start off with the second big game of this weekend's EPL action. Manchester United versus Spurs ended 2-2. Junior, Manchester United fan, come on, put on your Manchester United hat. Are you satisfied with the point? Are things trending in the right direction based on what you saw today?
I don't think things are not trending anywhere. I think Manchester United right now is like a log or a piece of board that you see in the ocean, and you try to guess where it's going to end up next. That's where Manchester United is. And when you look at Man U last year compared to this year, last year Man U eked out some wins when they shouldn't have, and also eked out some draws. This year is kind of the opposite, and I'm starting to lose faith in Ten Hag. I'm not a coach. I'm an armchair coach, but there is too many times we look on games and say, here is the obvious decision, and I'm not going to pick on any one decision, but here's the obvious choice, and majority of the people have that opinion, but Ten Hag seems to not have that opinion. And it just feel like we're just going nowhere fast. And I am at a place where I actually would prefer, if Man U will win games like these, win the games. If you're not going to win games, just lose all of these games so we can make a decision. Now, let me just say one last point. I am not Ten Hag out, but if Ten Hag gets fired, I would say, okay, I understand why. But also, these players have to go. Bruno, Rashford, tired of it now. And they are symbols of mediocrity, and we need to move on. Now, on the other hand, in this game, Tottenham Tottenham were just a couple substitute shots of beating Man U. There's a couple substitutes. We see players that cramp up and lay up on the field and let them out for dead. And you better even put in the chat, where would Edge go next? Now, if Edge had a full squad, they would have run Man U off the field to them, completely off the field. So I think it's fool's goal. I think it's smoke and mirror, the 2-2 draw. I think Tottenham is way ahead of Man U. They ball Man U for most of the game. And it's just very few bright spots of Man U. But you also have to question Tottenham's how lethal they can be now without Son. Because even though I'm saying that them ball Manu, there weren't that much clear-cut chances that were created when it should have. There were instances of the game where it just got very scatterbrained, and that has to be fixed up from a Tottenham perspective.
Come on, your thoughts on the football game. Rashford scored his first goal in, donkey how long? Around May last year. He scored his last goal. I saw it go.
At Comfort.
Go ahead, come
on. It was not a good game. I don't know what to say. We can blame the coach all we want, but these are players that they have been in the game. I keep saying the only players that get a pass from me are academy players. These are experienced players who are getting paid to play the game of football. So he put the right team out there. I don't hear Jonah complaining about the lineup. I mean, the lineup, it is what it is, right? These are the players who should be able to go out there and win games. And they just couldn't go out there and get the job done. I am not Ten Hag out. I am the last person to really talk about it because my side is what were they not 8? Manu, they're 6 or something like that. I am the last person to complain about a coach and team and whatever, but Manchester United are not they're not Manchester United of old. You can't put a pot on fire and say they're going to win a game that they're supposed to win. You know, you have some games that are really, strong games and they have to struggle. This was one of those games that they should not have struggled and they should have left with more than 1 point.
Yeah, we need to check that Rashford stat for me because I think him score almost.
I think it's since last year May. I think at home. I think it's at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then, and then he had the audacity to in his celebration to have his fingers up like say talk now. It's like, dude, are you that dense in the head? Like, this is the first time you're scoring since last May in front of these fans. And you are gesticulated to said fans, to whichever fans might be. Obviously, that might have something negative to say about you. You are gesticulated to them like, keep, what do you have to say now? Like, dude, you are paid handsomely to score goals. And you haven't scored in front of these fans in almost a year. And that's the best reaction. Well, come out on the side, man.
A couple of things. I really want to hot up in the head still. Timo Werner made his Spurs debut. Your thoughts on him? Of course, there was some stats, something along the lines that Timo played like minimal minutes. I think it was somewhere in the vicinity of 17 minutes or so recently, according to Prita Jury and Graham. So he did 80 minutes in this game. Your thoughts on his outing on loan from Leipzig?
Timo had an assist. Let us just say that, right? My issue with Timo Werner, even when he was at Chelsea, is the same thing with Nunes, right? The production may not be there, but when it comes to disrupting the game, and of course we want our strikers to score, but if the goals are coming from different places, right, and this striker has an impact on the game, you can cuss, yes, but how long you can cuss? If your striker is not scoring, we want him to be assisting. And today Timo Werner did just that. He was disruptive, right? And my biggest concern with him is that he has not mastered the offside trap. Like, come on, Timo. Like get it together. It's like Morata 2.0. But for someone who has not played a lot of minutes the past couple months, to come on and do 80 minutes had some sort of impact. Him hit the crossbar, don't forget that. And he was the outlet for some of Tottenham's corners. So I just think that if he gets fit and he gets accustomed to Tottenham's system, which I don't even know what system is. Like Timo Werner is just run up and down, but chicken out his head. If Timo Werner gets, acclimated to Tottenham, I can see him helping Tottenham to stay in top 4. I can't complain. For a man who is unfit, I can't complain about his outing today.
Big up Dalton says running late ballers are Liverpool for their usual come from behind, clean up them come from behind thought there, And the Belgian Prince and Vinny Jr., those are the ballers of the week for Dalton. Dalton said Bugs is Barca. Jeremy and Levy, come on, Jeremy and Levy said, come on, I don't know what game you are watching. He was poor. That one on with Dollar Jaja. Start laughing.
But for a man who play 18 minutes in a couple months, right? This is Timo Werner. I mean, like, Timo Werner is not a world-class footballer. This is Timo Werner we're talking about. And don't forget, he provided an assist. Let us not forget that. So if you're going to say Timo Werner is poor, like, isn't this the regular Timo Werner? What are we expecting from between Timo and Kai? I don't know which one poorer.
But you see,
go ahead, Judah.
Yeah, but you see, for that, like your argument is valid, come on. I share a part of your argument. But like the offside, getting caught offside, I would blame that on the 18 minutes of football. And not being able to beat Dalot 1-on-1. I will blame that on only 18 minutes of football. But what I will not blame the 18 minutes of football on was that shot he had from outside the 18 that almost went over the corner flag. Now, I am right now after my Sunday dinner, me weigh almost a ton. If me eat my Sunday dinner right now, but if you put me on a football field and give me a ball on the edge of the 18 right now, I am making that goalkeeper work. And Timo couldn't do that with a wide open shot. Are you getting paid all of this money? So at some point, we have to question what these footballers are doing. We have to. And you're right, come on, you talk about Kai, you talk about Timo, I'm putting Rashford in it too. We put in Nunes in it. At some point, if you're getting paid money to play, if you cannot shoot from outside the 80 from 20 yards out from a perfect angle with the inside of your right foot, why are you playing striker for a big side? You need to stop playing football, man.
Hold a second, Junior. When you talk about Timo Werner and offside, they go hand in hand. So I don't know what you're talking about. You can't blame 18 minutes of football on Timo Werner. Timo Werner was always Morata 2.0 when it comes to offside. Just close your eyes and try remember. Always caught in an offside position at Chelsea.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not killing him for the offside. I'm not killing him for the offside, right?
No, you need to kill him for the offside, Junior, because this is his MO. He's constantly offside. Even when he was at Chelsea and he was training and playing week in, week out, Timo Werner was always caught offside.
Does that make it even worse?
Eh?
So that make it even worse to me then, because if he's always offside and you can't learn, why am I putting you on the wing right now?
Exactly. So and then we're talking about, we are wondering why these footballers are playing football. No, I am not going to be upset with these footballers. I am at home on my sofa, sit down, and the scout for Tottenham called my agent and said, listen, I want Timo Werner. I can tell my agent to tell him no. So we can't blame the footballers. We have to blame the scouts and the coaches who watch the same games that we are watching, the same film, and say, okay, Timo Werner was at Chelsea, he was not effective. Him leave, him go back to RB, like, let him go over there, him not get no minutes. Let me bring him in because he's exactly what I want from my club. Or you're going to blame Timo for take the call. I want to blame him. Blame the scouts at Tottenham who think that this man is the answer to them problem. Them want to conking on them head back.
But just playing devil's advocate here, and big up to Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks, upset alert, AFCON 2024. Cape Verde upset the mighty Black Star of Ghana. Come on, I need to take off a shirt.
I'll take off the jersey, babe. I'll take off the jersey. Go, turn off the camera and take off the jersey.
Benton just sort up the people there.
I sort of man already. Just playing devil's advocate regarding Timo. I mean, he's not a starter when the full Gideon or the full cavalry returns, right? So is this somebody, another starter in this Spurs team? Is this somebody that Spurs can rely on in a serviceable role when they make a run in for Champions League? We know that Spurs aren't compete for the Premier League title.
Yeah, for weird on defenses, of course. I mean, like at some point, you need a team of runners to just be all right. Once him get the ball, we don't know what will happen, right? But one thing we know is that he's going to run at defenses. So you start on a back and you see this man a barrel down and he might bring 3 more people with him. He may not hit the target, but he will press defenses. And maybe that's what the coach want, because I don't even know. If you tell Timo Werner if kick and hit the side of a barn, he'll probably miss it 9 times out of 10. So I don't know. I don't know. When you watch some of them footballers, you ask what quality, what redeeming quality does this particular footballer bring? And for some of these footballers, you cannot pick one redeeming quality. I mean, like, yes, but then you run left the ball, and because you are fast, guess what? You're always caught in an offside position. You are offside. That's like today with Leon. Leon was lazy tracking back, and he was caught offside. If the ball goes into the back of the net, but the player in the play is offside, then it don't count. So what is the point? It's not like one time where we don't have VAR where the linesman might miss the heel back. Those days are gone. So if Timo can't control his fastness, like if he want to run against Usain Bolt and can't control or hold his line, then what is the point, Benton?
And the Spurs quote says, I think we played really well, quote, I think we played really well. We've had a really rough week off the field, but this group of players has been outstanding. And quote, any idea what exactly he's referring to regarding rough week off the field?
Must have son.
You lose Diop, you lose Son to the Asian Cup, and you just bring in the one. You bring in the defender, yes, and you bring in Timo. But I think he's talking about the subtractions in the team, and maybe there's something else going on. Maybe he wants to bring in another transfer and can't. You never know.
Okay, we'll watch the space. As for Eric Ten Hag says, he highlighted he highlighted Garnacho. He spoke about consistency, but he says they are growing, and he says with togetherness and effort, ultimately things will get right. Plainly, is Ten Hag the right man for this Manchester United job, Junior?
You don't. We don't. Look, we don't. I don't know, right? But what Ten Hag is showing me, though, like I said, I question some of the decisions. I have to to answer that question. I have to not micromanage, but I have to microanalyze to say what qualities about Ten Hag, if he had the right team. What qualities does Ten Hag show right now that will say, this will put you over the top? So, for example, and this is a stretch, but for Pep Guardiola made the change at the left wing yesterday. That basically created the goal. He put in Kevin De Bruyne and put in the young youth. The young youth went on and gave the young youth the confidence to go out there and win the game, right? In essence. You have Rashford that is highly paid, and you cannot get Rashford right over the last year. We have to microanalyze now and say, well, Ten Hag, why would it be any different if you had your right side? You entered at the end of the first half, you were up 2-1 to them. And me and Jeremy and Levy and Jeremy and Sam, the whole of we in one group chat. And the whole of we in there, and everybody came to a consensus that Eriksen need to come out for the field at halftime. Now, when does Casemiro get introduced? We don't know. But we know that Eriksen need to come out for the field. We know McTominay enough is to the field. And everybody in unison as a Manchester United fan is along that path. But what happened second half? Eriksen come out and the goal basically came after one run after Eriksen backside. So you don't have to sit down and say, Ten Hag, how you don't say that? We as a casual fan know Eriksen is slow, Eriksen is lagging, and he is behind the pace in the game. How you don't say that? So to answer your question, Menton, I don't know. And you know what? Sometimes a coach fall into a lucky situation and get a big side, a win, and people give him credit, but it's really the side. I think Ten Hag might be one of those coaches. Ten Hag hasn't proven to me that he can take a young baller and say, let me turn you into something else. It was Menu before Ten Hag's influence. I can at least say that Jose make McTominay look good when McTominay is a rocks. Because and that is where me stand with it. I don't know. The jury's still out. Half of these players need to go, but the jury's out on Ten Hag.
You can't get rid of the players then because of contract. Right? Come on. Is Ten Hag the right man for this job?
Yeah, ask me. On my side, and I need Manchester United. I don't know. I don't know. He looked void of ideas during the game. I don't know if he's the man for the job. He came with an idea and it's just not working for them. And I mean, you're right, they can't fire the players. So the scapegoat will definitely have to be the coach. And if he can't turn this side around, this is a Manchester United side. If he can't get his players to click, then what is the point? You're bringing somebody else who can do it. But for now, Junior them need better players. Junior, I don't know why Junior keep on picking on Rashford. Like Rashford, the only one who poor. Anthony need to go sit down, and I don't know how Bruno get the captain's armband because him can go hold the bench as well. So they may need to bring in a coach, but before the coach goes, they probably need to bring in better players. Midfield.
I hate to do this, but we have to do it. But we have to do it. Junior Jadon Sancho made his debut back at Dortmund with an assist. He says he's happy. I mean, is everybody happy in this whole scenario now, in this whole pasa, this whole mess now?
I am happy for Sancho, and I hope Sancho gets 15 goals and 12 assists. Now, you have the old saying, don't throw water back at you, or whatever the old time saying was.
Don't
right?
throw a stone behind you, Junior.
Don't throw stones behind you. Somebody need to remind Jadon Sancho that he's still a Manchester United player. So watch the words when you throw. And when you sit down now and you have Bayern, whatever Dortmund sending subliminal messages, where even Dortmund president come out and say, "Oh, the story about Sancho being a poor player is false, and they never experienced that before." All of these typical crap. It just show how messy things are around the player. And Manchester United is to be blamed for that. Because you're given this opportunity to create this stupidity. Because to be it's just dumb. And Sancho, I'll say it again, Sancho need to remember, you are not officially back at Dartmouth. You're just there till the summer. The money might not buy you. You might have to come back to Manchester United. You might have to tuck your tail and forward back. Be careful.
Come on, anything you want to say regarding the Sancho Man United? Hopefully this is the best for all of them, both parties.
I agree with Junior. He's still a Manchester United player. He needs to kind of relax a little bit. Just let his game do the talking. Him not need to do an interview. Him not need to say nothing. Him already said what him have to say already about Ten Hag. And I do believe that different people get different personalities from people. So he may like the coaching staff at Dortmund, don't like the coaching staff at Man U. And as a human being, the attitude will be different. So maybe what he portrayed to maybe Ten Hag a lie, maybe he's not. But you know, people need to stay out of them little ray and just let the football do the talking.
Man City, come on. Man City defeated Newcastle 2-1, 3-2. Talk about 2-1. Come on, talk about this victory for me. I know what Man City did. If you get Junior, come off of the thing, General. Kevin De Bruyne came and took care of the business for us.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that Manchester City fell behind so quickly. But let us be clear, Isaac is a good footballer. I was really disappointed. Arsenal is not my side. Let me just say that. But I was disappointed when the rumors were going around that he was wanted by Arsenal and Arsenal did not get him. He's a very good footballer. He's quick, technical, intelligent. That's the right fit for Arsenal. So anyways, he's at Newcastle. He's doing well at Newcastle. And I was a bit surprised that Man City allowed Newcastle to kind of, deal with them so rough. The Manchester score first, and then Newcastle did 2-1 to 2-1. Anyways, with that being said, Manchester City's defense is a little bit shaky. I am worried for them. They may win the league, the title, but I think the defense was a little bit shaky. When you get into Kyle Walker's head, he gets rattled. He want to fight him, whatever. Easy way to get a red card. Ake was okay, wasn't that great. But I do see where the defense can be picked apart. And you see it with Pep on the sideline. Every time somebody ran at the defense, him drink some water. That for sure you how nervous he was. But the best thing about Pep is that he can adjust. We said about him, a good coach can adjust. Like our junior side was in trouble and there was no adjustment, Pep knew exactly how to adjust and have his team come out and do what I'm supposed to do. The changes that he made were genius. We can't say that no, because it actually worked. But if it never worked, would I probably say something completely different. But at the time, he did what was needed to turn the table around for Man City. So I enjoyed the game. I mean, there were 5 good-ish goals. I enjoyed Man City, and of course, I want a little change off that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I do think that Man City is finding form, and I don't think that they'll go out there and buy and bring in any other player because I think they're good enough.
Yeah, I mean, regarding, and Junior is now on camera. He's in the studio. Junior, big up yourself. We can see your family. How you stay? All right. Yeah, fix your talker-phone, please.
It's a breakup.
This is the problem with Manchester United fans. You tell them...
Man United.
And they don't believe you. It's like reality and them no work. It's like you tell them that this is the water. Another thing, and it's like, must say, you sure?
He's a Man United fan, not a Man City fan, Benton. My name is Junior Cross. No, it's not a breakup.
Your phone still a static all over the place.
Hold on, you're not a microphone.
Big up Adrian Rogers. Big up yourself. Yeah, Junior, go on, that time out, Junior. Go in the corner and fix your microphone, please. Regarding Newcastle and Man City, I 100% agree. Very good football game. I watched the game actually twice. I went back and watched this football game last night. And Alexander Isaac, whatever credit, whatever reward, the youth is a baller. I don't think that Arsenal could have handled his injury record because, I mean, there's a lot of times where he has missed games at Newcastle. So they have to figure out a way to keep him healthy. He's a player that they need to keep on the field. But Newcastle has some fundamental issues. I mean, Kieran Trippier again got beaten late in that football game. For an experienced vet, it was a world-class pass by one Mr. KDB. But Kieran Trippier, come on, can't make the look up at Bob go around you and walk around you them way. So, Man City, and you know, I've called Kevin De Bruyne a soft soap footballer in the past. And the main reason because talented players, talented doesn't translate to generational, high-level, great ballers. And what I saw from Kevin De Bruyne yesterday, and I've seen it a number of times now, is that a player who is mentally above the football game. You see this idea when you can slow the game down mentally, because when he entered that field and then passed the ball to him, he was just knocking the ball 1-2, 1-2. And then he picked up the space in between the Newcastle midfield and the Newcastle defense line. And he just run into this pocket of space and just push the ball. Simple football game. I mean, I was so impressed with his display yesterday. And the youth is a general, an absolute general. Next, and I think Jeremy Levy said it best, intelligent footballer. Junior, you fix the talker for now.
Why may I try again? How it sound now?
You sound low.
But should sound better though. How about now?
Yeah, you're better, but you are low. So
check. I will check one.
It might as well you call back in.
Wait, stop it again.
Yeah, man, we still cannot hear you clearly, Junior. Still cannot hear. Football family, I want to apologize as Junior is trying to show us tantrum. Regarding Junior's audio and fixing that issue, our apologies on this end. But come on, I mean, you said Man City don't need to get anyone else, right? What does Newcastle need to do? I spoke earlier about an issue regarding players and profitability and sustainability rule regarding potentially Newcastle. So the word is out that they may not sign any players, but what do they need to do to kind of get the old swagger back from last year?
They need for bench Trippier. I mean, like bench him, like something's going on. No, serious. All right. All right. The last time I asked the question, is who over this man? He was so unlucky in 3 or 4 straight games. Like, you know, he caused penalties, he gave up goal, people run around him. I just don't know. They need to start there because he's a liability and I don't get it. Why are you keeping a known liability on the pitch? I don't know what he could have done yesterday differently, because if he had tried to tackle, it would be a penalty because he's just that indecisive sometimes. And as the captain too, you're like, Trippier needs to sit on the bench. They can't afford to bring anybody else. I think they spent all their money. I think they're up there. I think that the maximum where they can't bring anybody. But they have to figure out the liabilities and kind of change it. Trippier is costing them goals. He's leaking goals. He's leaking plays. And they really have to fix it. In terms of getting goals, Gordon doing it, Alexander doing it. So they have, you know, the people who can switch the players, control the midfield. But I think they're giving up the goals speaks about the issues in the back. And I would start with Trippier.
Audio check one. Check one.
Yes. Go ahead, Junior.
Voice up, courtesy reaching out to the one.
All right, Junior, come on. You can hear loud and clear. Bravo for fixing your audio.
All right, so Newcastle, I hinted at it earlier that the non-British ownership that is losing contact with their fans. And I agree with Come On, you said it right. Trippier, but the Trippier that we're seeing now is a Trippier that Cholo at Atletico Madrid wanted to get rid of. The Trippier we saw last year is a Trippier that is trying to prove to Cholo that he can still play football. Now the real Trippier is here. But what I'm talking about with the non-English ownership is Newcastle would have been perfectly fine being a team that competes for top 6 yearly. And the fans are completely fine with that. I don't think a lot of English Premier League teams, the fans at the English Premier League teams, really go out and hope that this year, we're going to win the league. Now, what Newcastle tried to do is try to catch lightning in a bottle, just like what Man City did, and try to buy their way to win a championship. You cannot do that.
Okay, those are the views are that not necessary.
Look, it is the truth. What I mean by buy a championship is instead of grooming your players, you go out there and completely change just inside of your team and say, look, we are going to go for it. We are now a big money side and blah, blah, blah. Let's act accordingly. Right?
Okay.
What we saw with Man City versus Newcastle is Man City, a team that has gone through the rigor. What we're seeing from Newcastle right now is what we saw from Man City and what the name of the coach who used to play for Manchester United?
He used to play for Manchester United?
Before Mancini. Was it Mancini? Not Mancini.
Well,
yeah, before
Pellegrini,
Mancini. Before Pellegrini. You had the Manchester United striker that used to coach Man City, that started for that coach Man City, Coach Robinho, that team. Mark Hughes. We are seeing Mark Hughes, Manchester City right now at Newcastle, where they are this close. They have the talent, but they are missing something. And I don't think Eddie Howe has that ability right now. He can grow into that coach. I think he has potential. But does the Newcastle ownership have the time to wait? Because the reaction that we are showing to Man City, this is the Champions League winning Manchester City. The reaction that people are having like, Newcastle dash for the game. They did not dash for the game. You got beat by a better team. Know the place, man. And that's why I said that the idea that you're just going to get up overnight and be this world-beating team does not exist. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
Man said no one in place. All right, other EPL results. Come on, because we need to get to JFF. I need to touch AFCON real quickly. And we're going to probably spare you the Super Cup discussion after Real Madrid Bros Barcelona. Other EPL results. Chelsea, fourth consecutive home victory in the EPL. Come on. So it looks like it's coming together.
Which part were they? Which part were they in our league? Ninth.
We can put the table up for you.
Ninth. We're ninth. Listen, if Raheem never dive, we wouldn't get the penalty and we wouldn't score. I wish we could just score from open play. I wish we could play fluid, good football. That's just it. That's just crazy it. I am not happy. I am not pleased with my side. We're not playing good football. I don't know where the goals are going to come from unless Cole Palmer decides to score penalties. It's just not clicking for me. And yes, we won't be in danger of being relegated. But is this enough from a side where we could not beat Middlesbrough? Our starting 11 cost more than the entire Middlesbrough squad, the groundskeeper them, and we lost to them. It's not even a penalty the man them score. We lost to them. So we're not good enough, right? Yes, we're not good enough. Fulham was just as poor. So I am not happy. I am not pleased with my side. And I did tease Juno the other day when I said a win is a win. But, as a football fan, you expect more. And my side is just not a good side.
Just to interject, sorry. Richard Green said, quote, don't worry, whisper to the rescue. So there you have it, come on. Whisper will save you guys.
I would be surprised if we see Whisper this year. As bad as Jackson is, I don't see Whisper. I don't even see Whisper playing cup games. And listen, I support Chelsea, but if Whisper did that at Newcastle right now, he probably would have started. He would have probably played. Chelsea don't bust youth players, so I am not even thinking that Whisper is going to rescue us, try to rescue us, or even in line to rescue us.
What's going on with Nkunku?
The man is injured, man. See, Potter say we may have to go out. We're going back again to scouting. Forget the medical staff. We're going back to scouting. The man had injuries coming in. Right? Look at Reese. Reese is out maybe for the entire season. We have to do better when it comes to scouting. You can't go out there and get the glass. Who me expect them to get Gio Reyna just because they are some idiot. So Patch is saying that we may have to go out there and get players.
So do we know the nature of what is the latest injury? Is it the same injury with Nkunku that had him out for a while, or this is a new injury? What do we know?
I'm sorry, what was that, Benton?
Do we know what exactly is this new injury? Or is it an old injury or is it a new injury?
It's the old injury. It's just like Reece James. Reece James' injury is old. I get it. Listen, for somebody who is not an athlete, but who do surgery on them ACL, I can tell you, injuries are nothing for joke with. So when you see a player come back within 6 weeks, you kind of question it a little bit, because all of the pressure you put on your body and it's just crazy. So I don't think they gave him enough time to heal and they rushed him back because we really and truly need him. But we re-injured the young man. So no, for them to say that they probably need to go and get a player in to cover him, say it is either season ending or near that.
Well, Shamar Nicholson help.
Who?
Boza.
I don't know why I joke at the thing with my side now, When I make Boza go,
I didn't say Arsenal earlier, so I figured, why not Chelsea?
Go to Arsenal, go and play with Kai and listen, we support all Jamaican footballers, but let's not clown up the thing.
Everton drop points. Well, Aston Villa drop points against Everton Junior. Unai, what do you make of this? Point gain for us, Everton, and our points drop for Aston Villa. Your thoughts on this game? This was at Merseyside, so I don't know.
Point gain for Everton, but Calvert-Lewin, I should have given him a bug of the week. That miss was just atrocious. That 1-on-1, we know Emmy is a World Cup winning goalkeeper. We know he had a similar save to save. If he didn't make that save, Argentina wouldn't win the World Cup.
We wouldn't have to deal with Argentinian fans right about now.
Right. So with that being said, earlier I talked about me. If you give me the ball at the top of the 18, I would make the keeper work. If you give me that 1-on-1 with Emmy, I'm scoring. I am absolutely scoring. No goalkeeper is coming out against me and dropping on the ground, and I'm going to try to beat him to the side. No, I'm chipping it over your head, brother. You're getting beaten easy. So Calvert-Lewin, lack of confidence to me. Because what I just said is a dumb statement, right? Everybody in the world will say that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Junior, you can never score. But I have the confidence to know that I'm going to go out there and give it the best shot. I don't think Calvert-Lewin have that confidence.
Who I thought this creamer business house big baller?
Yeah, listen, man. I am old enough now. Over the years, I've gained enough knowledge to know where I belong in the hierarchy of football. I mean, no, we have a chance come on, but I'm confident. I'm confident same way to come on, but we know better.
Why, you come like Giorgio who confident and workless. Confidence is not just a Giorgio full of confidence. What? Yeah, big up to Giorgio wherever you're there in the world. Big up yourself, family, and big up in Papa to Claudio Renia.
You know, big up your mother.
Well, next show. AFCON, well, let's take a look at AFCON before we touch Jamaican football news. BM says, don't diss my baller. My baller, Boza can help. Or Chelsea. Or Whisper. I mean, at the end of the day, if Whisper is in this squad and them now score goals, why not? I mean, why not? If he's in the first team and them now score no goals, why not? I mean, it is if you have players that you incorporate in your first team in your squad, you should be confident in the ability of those players to rely on them in the event that some people now perform. And right now over Chelsea, you have a gang of people who are not performing.
But I mean, first of all, I'm wondering if we're serious about this Whisper conversation. Because I mean, Benton, you say if. Whisper in the first team at Chelsea right now? At least show me the Phoenix fans and the Butler minions. Show me the number. Show me the jersey number what Whisper have.
Well, I mean, it was just official this week. I didn't pull up on the Chelsea website.
That he's signed to the first team, or is he signed to Chelsea?
Yeah, just signed to Chelsea. So we'll see what will happen.
Man.
I clown up my side, you know. The Brazilian, but them having them highly rate, they're going to loan him out. Them just loan out 3 young players who they are Chelsea over a year now, who they've been training with the first team, right? So let us stop clown up the thing. Yes, let us see him in the 18th first. Let us see him on the bench first. Maybe just talk about it. Whisper has not played a competitive game, bar Jamaica international games them when come in and run against poor quality. Let us talk about that, right? He has not played a competitive game against some big man where him run at them run at him. Let us whatever. I would more say Shamar, but if Shamar is now helping his team, which is good, but the French league is not English Premier League. It is really not English Premier League. The quality is okay. Yes, he's scoring. Yes, he's assisting. Let him stay right there and strive. Him come at Chelsea right now, I just mash up Shamar because he not get no service none at all.
Big up Adrian. Adrian is saying, we are trying to help you guys by selling you some good players, but still your coaches aren't good enough. Liverpool, run because we are coming.
All right.
Who my talk? My side? My $1 billion side yet? We can't buy nobody else.
Well, AFCON results. First games, match day 1 in AFCON. Just a big takeaway, family. Takeaways from you guys. Ivory Coast 1-2-0. Boy, Nicolas Pepe on the Ivory Coast bench. And Cape Verde with a massive upset over Ghana. Egypt escaped with a 2-2 draw with Mozambique. Come on, Junior. By the way, Bebe. You see a brother I play for Cape Verde named Bebe. Is that the same Alex Ferguson, Manchester United Bebe?
Why I think Bebe was Portuguese?
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought Bebe.
CM player.
I thought he was Portuguese.
Well,
the one.
Thiago Manuel Diaz Correa. I him said
Yeah,
one.
that's him. Yeah,
I
yeah.
him see him one, yes. So he was born in 1990.
Yeah, he's 33 years old.
Okay, all right. Now to the result. I was like, how would this? And of course, they picked up a massive victory against Ghana. But your thoughts on the first on match day one, family?
I liked it. The competition is wide open. I mean, like the quality, yes, the quality can be better, right? Let me just say that. But I like that the competition is wide open. The favorites, the supposedly clear favorites, they're not clear favorites anymore. Ghana had to come from behind for equalize with Cape Verde. Egypt had to come from behind to equalize with Mozambique. So I really, really like the how competitive it is, but the quality is just poor. And hopefully, as the competition progresses, it gets better. Junior goalkeeper could have stayed. Him never have to come back at Old Trafford. Him could have just stay and then put in the second string goalkeeper. Them need him down a film side. Him for go on. But I do think that between the Asian Cup, AFCON, I think enough football out there for you can kind of see a favorite player. But the quality for both competitions, they can be better. But I like the results. I like when the underdogs put up a fight and take out the favorite.
Mohamed,
No,
sorry, Judah. Mohamed Kudus is not. What is it? An injury business? I mean, with Ghana. I mean, he wasn't on the bench today. Any idea what's going on over there, sir? Or what's going on with Mohamed Kudus?
I have no idea.
Come on.
And you have to stay
Nope.
far. Go ahead, come on.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Judah.
No, I agree with Cabo and quality aside, and I have a gripe with ESPN, who supposedly supposed to be the worldwide leader in sports. No, you don't necessarily have to carry the games, but at least show some respect to the games and post the scores. ESPN has nothing on their website about AFCON, nothing at all. And I don't want anything about contractual obligations and blah, blah, blah. But I don't want you to know about that. Also, did you guys know that ESPN have a black network, an urban network? Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I'm calling
No, great
Unscape.
name.
Unscape. It's called Unscape.
No.
And I was only privy to it because, pulling back the curtain a little bit, I'm hoping we're hoping to push ball chat so we can get on some of these networks. And I was directed towards Adscape and try to reach out and blah, blah, blah. But that even Adscape is bringing it on. No, we say urban or popular pop culture right now, Afrobeats are take over the world. And you're telling me that ESPN could have capitalized on this? Be it sports carrying, be in sports. Not everybody have be in sport. But vex. But light a fire for ESPN for that, man. And for the game itself, we'll talk about this coming into the tournament the other day, that is so unpredictable. You say, who are the favorites? I say, there's no way to guess the favorites because the games are so, the parity of the game at AFCON is so unpredictable. You don't know which team will come out. So Egypt will learn the hard way. So Ghana get their head bust. So more to come. Cameroon play Guinea tomorrow, and then idiot goalkeeper is flying from Manchester over there right now. God go with him if he give up a goal tomorrow. So,
Is he supposed to be playing in the game?
Apparently he's flying to play the game. Yes.
Yeah, my God. I want him fresh, Junior. Bentans, I just saw that Mohamed Kudus is unfit to participate in Ghana's initial group match. But he's nursing an injury as well.
Okay, thank you. Because I mean, they could have used Mohamed Kudus today after during this game. He put on what's his Chris Hutton, former coach of Brighton, I mean, I don't know why Inaki Williams was on the bench. I felt like Ghana should not. Maybe he expected them to walk over Cape Verde. Cape Verde popped the belly, they won, or popped them buggy, they won 2-1. And
What's up
now
with this
he's gonna
buggy
have
thing?
to.
In stoppage time. I
Yeah.
mean, like them stoppage time go. Do you know what I said today? What I said today about you can take trial is trial until you get at one love.
Yeah, yeah. It's a not beat a try, but a failure. We say a hot one, love.
Yeah.
So them get a 2-1 and stoppage time, but we like it. But just the quality of just hopefully, and I see something maybe with the World Cup. I think the quality never that hot in the first rounds, but as the competition got deeper, the quality got better. So hopefully with the AFCON, and then with AFCON and being people message me today, asked me what channel it coming on, because when they went on being. I France League, I play French League playing. If you don't have being, I have the app, you can't watch the games. Because it's just crazy.
Yeah, being sports are idiot. In fact, I hope we don't do any business with being sports. There's some being sports are foolishness. And my biggest gripe with being sports X handler, Twitter handler, whatever they want to call it, posted a story about this guy who forged his birth date. And this was what, 4 years ago? And Bean Sports promote this story when they should be actually promoting AFCON, the tournament, as the Globe, as the US broadcasting rights for the tournament. So AFCON needs to figure out a better way to find better collaborators. Maybe no need to talk to Ball Chat. We can do something better for them because Bean Sport, I just a bug network that. Absolutely. And then you're watching the game and being extra, and the man them just take a commercial break in the middle of the match.
and also, and big up because let me tell you something. We have so many followers on Facebook from the continent Africa, right? And we know some of them are bots. We know that. But some of them will send us messages. So big up to all of this that's over there in especially in Kenya, right? We have a virgin that we meet through. I met through music and watch a show and always the same as send out the show, right? So I mean no disrespect, but I want somebody that knows the real answer to this. So please answer this question. I meant to come on if you know. Please let me know. Why is AFCON being kept during the summer of Africa, where it's really hot? The timing is just off. If they were to keep it during the Northern Hemisphere summer, which coincide with the off season for all the big clubs, which will be in June, July, that would be winter in Africa. You don't have to worry about
what Southern Hemisphere, right?
Yeah, so the Southern Hemisphere right now it's summer.
Yeah.
If them wait 4 months and do it during the winter, I don't know if it's monsoon season. I need somebody to tell me the reason why. And I don't want the answer today.
Because then if it's the summer in the northern part of Africa, then you pretty much have said then if you're hosting the tournament in the summer region, then you pretty much cannot host a tournament in some countries because the heat bad.
But it's the same thing either way, whether they have it in the summer or the winter of north or the summer of south.
No, you can't just drink some water and just have water break and deal with humidity.
Okay, cool.
Summer heat, no normal, no brother.
So okay, so then what you're telling me then is from this point forward, or from start of time till now, AFCON will only be kept in North Africa.
AFCON right now is only because so it's summer now in the southern hemisphere, right?
Right.
In the southern hemisphere, and no, because now it's been held in Ivory Coast, in the northern part, so it's still hot. So imagine if you host in Ivory Coast in June when it go worse hot.
Yeah, but if you're on the equator, it don't matter. Right? And the Ivory Coast is literally north of the equator. It's actually closer to the equator than Jamaica. But all I'm saying is the tournament can be better if they hold it in the off season for big clubs.
I don't think so, man. I think the players them who can forward will forward. The players who are committed to forwarding will forward. Big up to all the players who prioritize showing up for their national team. Mohamed Salah, big up yourself. I'm saluting you a million times over. Mohamed Kudus, Inaki Williams. I mean, because these players carry enough weight to stipulate to the club. Say, yo, brother, AFCON are forward. Like, Onana can stay. But it's all about priority. It's all about priority, and if a player wants to show up. I could be wrong. People might cuss me out. But I think once you start going to those summer months, you're going to run into an issue with weather conditions. And then you also start running into issues with competition for other tournaments. Like, I mean, there's other global tournaments that occur around the same calendar, right? So now
you just hold it in the odd years away from Olympics and World Cup.
So your TV money now is one of the things that you can, at least now you can say the only two tournaments that are currently on right now is Asian Cup and AFCON.
And English Premier League, La Liga.
National tournaments.
Who cares about what we have English Premier League and La Liga and
forget them
Bundesliga?
Local club foolishness because you want to get your guaranteed TV money. You know, I'm tired of English Premier League fans and my European football fans. Every summer, every January, them come complain about AFCON. Yeah, and now we are telling you, fans of AFCON are telling you, you can keep Onana at Manchester United. You don't have to release him, and you don't want to do it.
Onana can stay at the connecting airport where I'm going. He can stay at that airport.
Come on, did you have anything for chime in? Hopefully we get everything hashed out upon this regarding why the tournament is held, when it's held.
No, I just think they can find a different time to do, because the competition water down. The players them don't want to go. When the players them do, the quality just not good. Too much games on the players' legs and the player them body. So, but it is what it is. As Junior said, a lot of competitions going on. Premier League, League One, everybody going on. Bundesliga, Women, FA, everything going on. So it is just, a lot of games, man. It's crazy. But the quality isn't great. Let me just say that. And we have to worry about players going back, injured, because God forbid and some am to Mo Salah now, the middle of Liverpool trying to win the title. You got ear clap mouth.
Yeah, but Liverpool never win anything when them have him healthy and no AFCON in a go on.
Yeah, disrespect the man. Salah need to come back because Nunes and Jones, they're just not cutting it without him.
Yeah, definitely here, but probably there's something. I'm sure say it's been discussed and then try if we move it or talk about moving it for a while, but it's, All right, Jamaican football right now, presidential election. We have to move over this because I was hoping that we run out of time, but we can't ignore it. This is so bad and so embarrassing. The Jamaica Football Federation election was scheduled for today, January 14th. Jamaica Supreme Court had an injunction, a stay that was granted to a requesting party about beat soccer, and subsequently the election is delayed for 28 days. Come on, over to you. You are the expert in this space, so I have no idea what I'm going.
Hey, I want to know why them call it beat soccer. That's the first question me have to ask. Why is it beat soccer?
Because beat soccer is attractive to the American audience, because they come and they enjoy Jamaica and they take part in beat soccer.
Them not forget no vote just for that. But well, beat soccer. But it's not only beat soccer appeal. So beat soccer, the Jamaica Football Referees Association and the Intercall Jamaica, they want to be registered with the Companies Office of Jamaica. So if they get registered, they are allowed to vote. So as of right now, they don't have a vote. And based on the conversations that I've heard, is that Ricketts did not want them to get registered to vote because for them 3 votes going to Anderson. So no, the Supreme Court grant them the appeal, and we have to wait to see what happens. But I think they will get the opportunity to be registered, and those 3 votes, they can count it in the Anderson bar. Now they're saying that FIFA is going to come in now to oversee what's going on and see if they can make this thing work out in favor of the JFF, because they're saying that this only affects the JFF. It being Ricketts or it being Anderson, the JFF is really what will suffer. So we just have to wait and see, because as I said, the election is delayed by 28 days. And in that 28 days, then we will see what the relevant authorities will do to get the votes going for Mr. Anderson. Because as of right now, Anderson closing the gap. But I have heard that Ricketts is making the rounds, making the phone calls, asking delegates for their votes, promising them balls. But he is trying to get the votes. I thought he was confident. I thought I heard when he said that he is winning, and he's expected to win. So now it's really interesting that he's calling around trying to get the votes from the delegates. So we're not going to know what will happen until 28 days time, or if FIFA puts out a statement.
So a couple questions. FIFA put out a strongly worded statement to the Brazilian FA a few weeks ago regarding an issue where the Brazilian Court of Justice interfered in the Brazilian electoral process. And the statement, to paraphrase, said that, a third-party court cannot be involved in FIFA business. Just to sum it up. Because I think it's Law 5 of FIFA, I think everything needs to go through the Court of Arbitration, blah, blah, blah. Does the JFF run the risk of a similar issue here with the Jamaica Supreme Court being involved, aka a third-party court?
I don't think so, because this must be somewhere in the bylaws.
It must be somewhere in the what?
It must be somewhere in the bylaws for leading up to elections. No, I'm not a legal expert.
Come on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, what you have to say? Is there any concern about FIFA coming in, not just for... All right, why FIFA there, basically? Is it anything to do with the court situation, or is it just because of the election?
No, FIFA has always been here. They remember, FIFA there before the girls them got the Women's World Cup. FIFA, representative from FIFA, have an office up at the JFF. They've been here. So it's not like them come in now because beach soccer and the referees form an appeal. They've been here. So I don't think we are in the same boat as the Brazilian FA as yet, because by law, beach soccer can appeal. They did appeal, and they went through the proper channels of appealing. So no, based on what is going to happen, then FIFA can step in and say, okay, this has gone on too long. Let us do this or let us do that. But for now, I don't think that we run the risk of having a strongly worded letter from FIFA out there right now. But FIFA, the representatives, they have been here.
Okay.
Can I be that guy for a second?
Rick is giving away brown envelopes.
So can I be that guy for a second?
Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
I'm pulling back the curtains even more.
And turn up your microphone, please, so I can hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I'm for the record, anytime I start talking softer, that means I'm really coming with something strong. But so for the record, we were supposed to have a reputable journalist. I'm not putting the name out there right now. That was supposed to be on the show today, right? Reach out to the person yesterday, and the person said, "Yeah, we're interested." Then the person followed back and said, "No, I'm busy tomorrow." So we know the person is listening right now, and big up to you, you know. But reality is, you never want to give the scoop here before you give it to your major platform, and I respect that. But we need you on the show like really soon, and I know you're hearing. So I'm just being official, Benton, because
It sounds like, come on, sounds like Junior carry feelings.
yeah, of course I'm carrying feelings.
I'm
So
carry side girl feelings.
you know,
like Jada Kingdom.
yes. So you know who you are, and we need it on the show like tomorrow. But anyway,
I wish one, a Jada or Stefan.
I would be the Stefan in this situation. But my issue with this whole JFF story is the beach soccer people. We on this show was looking forward to this day from last year, from before Jamaica, when the reggae girls started them foolishness with JFF. We sit down and said, yo, election coming up January 14th, blah, 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 blah. Where the hell was these beach soccer people? Why the hell did they never try to get to the voting from then? And why the hell did they wait till the last minute?
Junior, the core system in Jamaica take forever. They have beach soccer trying to put in themselves a long time. It's not today. It's not today.
So you're telling me that it's coincidence? Not coincidence. You're telling me that we are so lucky that the court have the time on the last minute to hear them. Why did they never hear them yesterday, the day before? They never hear them last week. Why did they wait till the last minute?
And it's not only them. So it's not only beach soccer. So beach soccer, they were the most vocal. So now, if you realize, it's 3 different associations, 3 different sections come together now to get this appeal going. So I don't know if they wanted to get support, but it happened, and it coming just in time. We love these injunctions, These things make these things exciting. You just come right at the date. I love it.
No, it don't, because the 28 days that we have to wait for the voting is 28 less days while the reggae girls are on life support.
But hold a second. Anderson or Ricketts in office, we're still depend live support. Listen, you read the manifesto? Have you seen the manifestos? You see manifesto them?
But come on, regardless, I don't care if the next president will be the same thing. But if we want to see closure, right? Pushing this back 28 days is just leaving the wound open even longer. Right now, the JFF is at a standstill. Right now, the argument would be they have been at a standstill for the last 10 years. Fine. But right now, they have 28 days of legitimate standstill. So anything we're going to do in the next 28 days, yo, hear me now, we'll wait for the voting, Yo, JFF, we want to know if we can schedule this game. Yo, we'll wait for the voting, So when beach soccer, and me hear you come on, and fine, the court system take long. But why the court system never just wait till a day after? Why the court system never wait till tomorrow? We say, we're ready for the injunction. And them say, well, sir, we kind of vote already. All right, wait till next time. Why did not do that? Why push it back? This just feel like everybody is in bed together. This just feel like the corruption is wider than we think. This feel like both sides or all sides don't really care about moving forward. They care about squeezing this lemon and becoming some news, something for whatever. I don't know. I can't prove it, but it just feel like there is some collaboration going on that is making this saga go on longer than it needs to be. If we sit down for a whole year and say, yo, Ricketts going to win the presidency regardless. And we know that. And now you're coming and say, say, maybe, because Beat Soccer might come and blah, blah, blah. But then 30 days from now, the incumbent is still the president of JFF. Why we never do this 30 days ago? Why we have to wait the next 28 days? It just showed the inability of JFF to get out their own way, in my opinion. It them look worse.
Come on, we just want forget to understand, because Junior make a very valid point, and I am very slow. What does it take? What is required to be registered as a delegate or an organization, a voting organization in this election? What are the requirements? The high level that these parties meet. Because in one vein, it seems like I'm not a Ricketts fan, but the powers to be, there might be some that really want. Well, me want him out too, but there's enough force that's trying to get Ricketts out. But it's just because he run against dog catcher why him can't get out, because Raymond Anderson is part of his administration. What are the requirements that beach soccer need and others need to meet for vote?
They have to be registered. They have to register.
Registered with who? The JFF or as a business entity?
Registered with the companies of Jamaica. They have to be registered as entities. The beach soccer and whatever, they have to be registered. And then you also have the parish presidents. The parish presidents all have votes as well.
Okay. So so Junior does have a point. So that one never registered a long time ago. Because I don't know how. So I mean, do we think that Ricketts is just gonna win regardless of what happened?
I don't know. Listen, I thought he was confident. I thought he was going to win, but then him start to go around and ask for vote. So I'm not sure that he is as confident as he's making it seem.
And so we just watch the space. Junior, you think that he's gonna win?
I think it's a foregone conclusion.
It's not a foregone. If it was Junior, he would go and offer ball and little bits to people, asking for their votes. So I don't think he's as confident as he's putting out for us to see.
Well, you see the new Adidas ball, them kick nice enough.
How many you want?
All right. So 28 years, the injunction. So today is the 14th. So what's the space? So in February sometime there what? We're looking at what? Around Valentine's Day time there?
Yeah.
All right. So then we'll reconvene and see what's going on with this election. Other Jamaican football news, come on. I know Kiki Van Zanten got drafted by Houston
Dynamo. Houston Dash, the women's version of Houston Dynamo.
Yeah.
So she got drafted. And also his name is Denisha Blackwood scored her first goal for the season for Pumas, even though they lost 5-1. Mount Pleasant player Devante is now at Charlton Athletic on a 10-day training stint. That is the Mount Pleasant Charlton connection. As we said, Shamar scored a goal and an assist in his team's 2-1 win today. They're still in relegation. Reggae Boys defender Dexter Lembikisa has joined Heart of Midlothian FC in the Scottish Premier League on loan from Wolves until the end of the season.
BM says, Junior, the election can go either way. However, regardless who wins, the football still in trouble. I mean, I suspect Raymond Anderson must be trying to get the support of Stella Marley and the ilk and the entire Reggae Girls backbone. So, I mean, I think
do you think that's a part of why she resigned and pulling funding from the Ricketts administration?
Yeah, man. Me
because she's
fool, but
going
me
to
no
join
fool.
Anderson.
Yeah, man. Me fool, but me no fool. I mean, come on. I think Sidela saw that it was inevitable that Mike Ricketts, Sidela and the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation saw that it was inevitable that Mike Ricketts was going to win. And them say, you know what? Make we just take ourselves because it's going to be the same scenario as last year, the year before, and we can't deal with the brother. Whereas I think Raymond Anderson, in his desire to become president, remember I say him, I know him in a chair, you know. So he might make concession left, right, and center to try get support. And maybe he haven't even garnered the support because if that was the case, Sidela would have come out and probably say, yo, Raymond, we are saying. So, but I think she pulled their funding because of Mike Ricketts. And it just goes to show that Mike Ricketts not no shame. And the reason why I say that because you lose what? Someone who has raised what, close to $3 million over 10 years for women's football according to their numbers. And you always complain how money short, how in fact in your manifesto you said women should get paid, and you have always failed to garner consistent sponsorship, and you lose somebody who's raised funds, and you know say no, you like okay, no big deal, we are keep moving, we sorry, but we are me I run said we. I mean I thought. And it's a power struggle, and I guess they might get by them power, as in Mike Ricketts and Dennis Strong and Rudolph Speed. Any other Jamaican football news? What going on with the Jamaican Premier League? Or it's all about the Jamaican football election federation. And by the way, Mount Pleasant made an agreement with Charlton Athletic, right?
Yes, that's why the young man gone train for 10 days.
Okay, all right. See it there. Good luck. So this is a good thing for Mount Pleasant, though. Maybe they can have a pipeline to get their players to Europe.
Because it's working very well for Javante.
Not to beat a try, but a failure, but a Hatfield contract.
Yo, I that. 28 days from now, we'll see what happened with the JFF presidential election. Any other football news you want to touch before we go on our yard, family?
Gone to my yard.
Nah, you're gone to your yard. Come on, any other football news you want to highlight before you go on your yard?
Nope, that's it.
All right, big up to all listeners. Big up BM. Big up Richard. Richard said that Nicholson should go Arsenal. We don't think that will happen. At least I don't think that will happen. But big up Richard, big up to all the listeners, big up yourself, have a safe week. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ball Chat 1. We are on Facebook at Ball Chat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Have a safe week. Yo, Ghana, man, I'm just mash up my little bed, so I go on. Yo, family, we Ghana road, you know.